Hey everyone, this is Patricia, and welcome to another live stream of Another Metroid 2 Remake. So, how is everybody doing? Let me know in the chat if you can be able to hear me or see me just fine. I'm just gonna let everybody know that I'm going to be starting off this live stream. Let me just post it on Twitter and Facebook. Let me just do that real quick. Okay, let me just go through this real second. So yeah, while I do that, how's everybody doing? Let me know if you can see me or hear me just fine. Okay, let me just go through the chat. Okay, annotations are fine. All right. Let's see, let me just... Okay, so let me just get the game started then. So last time we were having Dr. M64 as our very special guest, and we were talking about various things from behind the scenes stuff about the game, and we were talking about, just various things in general. So, yeah, we have a few people watching, so hi everybody. Again, if you have any questions in the chat, please post it. And hi Sammy, how's it going? Hello, my puppy Dalmatian AJ, how's it going for you too? Yeah, I was having difficulty with the link for some reason, so let me just send over the link for just a quick second. I have my phone with me, so apologies once again that I can't read your chat questions on my gameplay. I still need to figure XSplit out. I think you need to pay for that in order for you to have all those really nice fancy schmancy features. So yeah, let me just do this real quick. Hey guys, playing Metroid 2. Come join. Okay, I posted that on Twitter. Let me just quickly post that on Facebook, because I want to let everybody know that I'm going to be playing through the last portions of the game. So, for those who didn't join us in the chat, besides having Dr. M64 join us, we finally were able to beat a few of the bosses, including that robotic one, as well as the Omega Metroid. But trust me when I say this, there's going to be plenty more of those Omega Metroids. So expect me to spend the most amount of time with those 4 Omega Metroids as opposed to the Queen Metroid, which is definitely a lot more easier to deal with. Alright, so I'm going to be looking through the chat on my phone, and if you guys have any questions, then please let me know so I can answer them while I play through the game. Let me see. Oh man, I forgot to ask Dr. M64 if he was gonna make a fan-made Metroid Prime game. Yeah, I don't know what his next project is going to be. So we'll just have to wait and see what his next project will be. So, alright, let's get the game started. Alright, so, last night we saved right here over in the secret lab. So we're gonna continue. So yeah, this is another thing that Milton added into the game, which wasn't in the original Metroid 2, and you can see like these really strange creatures. It kind of reminds me of Metroid Fusion, in which Samus was exploring through the laboratory that she wasn't supposed to go to, and she found out that the Galactic Federation were cloning Metroids. And we have ourselves another boss. Yeah, we can see right here that it is Genesis. It's blind, it's adapted to hunt in the dark, offers little protection, which I'm not going to be using the missiles that much, has acidic blood, and apparently was one of the oldest living on SR388. So, yeah, that's actually pretty interesting. Considering that, you know, we had a creature even before Metroids and even before the X-Parasite, so... I mean, I wonder if the Chozo got the inspiration of creating the Metroids from this creature right here, because it also shoots out acidic blood. I mean, well, it shoots out acid, I'm sorry. Yeah, it shoots out acid similar to what the Zeta Metroids and the Omega Metroids do in the game. Alright, I'm gonna start shooting some missiles now because I think I'm getting to its weak point right now, so... Okay, I'm gonna switch over to some super missiles. There we go. You should do more Let's Plays, Patricia. It'll give your channel more variety. Yeah, I was actually thinking about that. I recently posted a poll recently on Twitter and Facebook about whether you guys wanted me to continue doing more live streams, and a lot of you guys said yes. There was one person, however, who did say no, whether it be because they don't like video games, or maybe they wanted me to focus more on doing content. I'm not sure, but yeah, I want to continue doing some live streams. I don't know if I'm going to be dedicating full on to playing video games. I'm just doing this because I wanted to have a little bit more fun. And I hope that you guys have had a lot of fun watching me play Another Metroid 2 Remake. I do have a Steam account, so I am willing to purchase some more games, and I do have a few saved up games on my computer that I could play from, you know, like various NES games and Game Boy Advance games. So, yeah, I'm probably gonna do live stream gaming every once in a while. I'm not gonna dedicate, like, all my time to it. I'm not gonna be like the next Let's Player. That's not what I would consider doing. But, you know, just something, you know, occasionally, maybe like every week or every month or something. I'm still trying to figure out the details. I definitely want to do some more varied things on this YouTube channel now that... you know, Old School Lane has partnered up with channel Frederator, and we want to be able to vary ourselves with just not just covering mostly Nickelodeon content. So yeah, I mean, we were briefly talking about that yesterday, about, like, I'm working on some new things. Like, I'm constantly wanting to do the next new project. Like, I want to do Heroic Gem or Junk. I want to do a new podcast, hopefully by early next year, with my friend Christina, who's been on the Clarissa podcast and who was with us when we interviewed Paul Germain and Joanne Sullivan. We were talking about a podcast idea when I was visiting her and Kevin in New York around August. So yeah, there's plenty of other ideas I have with some new content. But if you guys are really enjoying me playing video games like this, like just live streaming, talking to you guys, answering questions or whatever, then I'll definitely consider doing more. So yeah, right now we're heading back to the area where we were first fighting off the Omega Metroid, because we need to go over to our next area so we can fight off the last couple of Omega Metroids, and then eventually we will be fighting off against the last few Metroids in the game, and then we'll fight off against the Queen Metroid, and that'll be the end of the game. So yeah, we're almost finished. So if any of you guys have any questions in the chats, please let me know. Yesterday I was talking about Nyx Missile 4 because that was what everybody wanted to see on us discussing about in Nickelodeon Slimecast podcast. And I was talking about that because there were so many cartoon shorts and Oh Yeah cartoons that it's going to take a while. It'll probably maybe stretch out to possibly 40 episodes. Because if we are thinking about talking about at least maybe 2 or 3 of the Oh Yeah cartoon shorts in every episode, and there are some of the pilots that showed up 3, 4, maybe even 5 times, then we'll probably dedicate an episode to that, similar to, you know how Fairly OddParents had like at least maybe 6 or 8 shorts that eventually turned into a TV series, so we probably will be doing something similar to that, in which cartoon shorts like Jamal the Funny Frog and Tales from the Goose Lady, Mina and the Count, they had multiple episodes, well, pilot shorts, so we'll probably dedicate an episode to discussing about that, as opposed to like sticking it into like an episode where we'll talk about 2 or 3 that only showed up once, and that was pretty much it. So yeah, I mean, it looks much different than when we were playing it yesterday, because all of the lava is completely gone. So yeah, so far, I just watched a few of the Oh Yeah cartoon shorts today, and I was watching Slapty Puppy's What Is Funny, and I was watching Jelly's Day, and those were the first 2 that was shown in Oh Yeah cartoons. Well, technically the very, very first one in Oh Yeah cartoons was the pilot of Chalk Zone, but because Chalk Zone, My Life as a Teenage Robot, and The Fairly OddParents did get picked up as TV shows, we will not be discussing about them in Nyx Missile 4. But yeah, I did see Slap T Pooch's What Is Funny, and I did see Jelly's Day. I saw both of them. And yeah, I mean, let's just say that I have some things to say about both of them. I'm not going to say my opinions on it just yet, because I want to save that for when Nyx Missile 4 comes along, and that'll be around June. But I can give some quick updates about how I'm doing with my other content. So I am close to finishing the History of the Jungle movie, and hopefully I will have it done by this weekend. And then there's the top 20 Hey Arnold episodes. I was 3/4 of the way done, and hopefully that'll be coming out maybe sometime, either maybe next week or the week after. And then afterwards will be the analysis video on Arnold's Christmas. And then the final Hey Arnold video will be a very secret one, which I will not say what it is because it's a surprise. I was working on it today. I gotten a few more phone calls. I was informed about some new contact info. I got some pictures. So yeah, can't say really too much about it just yet. So yeah, I am going to be fighting off 3 more Omega Metroids, so I am probably going to be dedicating the most amount of my time to this. I mean, similar to last time, I might die a lot, so I completely apologize if this is going to probably bore you to death. So, yeah, because I don't have a controller, I need to be able to do the best I can with what limitations I have. So, okay, let's fight the first one. Alright, awesome! Maybe this will be easier than I thought. So, okay, we got one down, 2 more to go. I'm gonna quickly save so I can not only get my missiles back, but I can also get my health back when I fight the next one, so... Yeah, it was a lot easier than when I fought it the first time, so... It's actually pretty cathartic. The next one. Yeah, I've noticed when playing through this game, there are a lot of dark areas. Like, there's so many of them that you can't really see. It definitely builds up more into the atmosphere, that's for sure. That's a really cool thing that I like about it, is that it varies up the locations, as opposed to like in the original Metroid 2, in which every area pretty much looked the same. But, you know, granted the limitations of the Game Boy, and it came out in 1991, so they were still trying to actually attempt of making a portable game that you can take on the go, so it's understandable. That one. It's gonna really be a detriment to me. I missed another one. Okay, there we go. Probably gonna die in this one. Oh! Really? Really? Wow. I killed it, yet it killed me, so it didn't count. Brilliant. That's just great. Wow. I mean, I'm speechless right now. That was just amazing. Seriously, that was just incredible. Seriously, I have no clue what to say. All right, I'm gonna keep going. Alright, let's try this again. Hey, do you know where you're going at this point? I'm right over here. Ow. Okay, you did see me. Alright, let's try this again. So yeah, while I'm trying to defeat the Omega Metroid, if you guys have any questions in the chat, then please post it away or talk amongst yourselves. That'd be awesome. That'd be cool. Let's try this again. relief. Alright, got it. Okay, all I need to do is just kill one more, and that is the last Omega Metroid in the game, which, thank goodness. I mean, that doesn't mean it's the last Metroid of the game, but it'll be the last one of these creatures, which is good, because I don't know if I can be able to handle it anymore. Anyway, so I was looking up some more information today about the PlayStation Experience, because I know that it's going on this weekend, and I believe last night was the Game Awards. I didn't have a chance to see it yet, but I did hear some things about it, and apparently there was like a lot of confusion towards the new Hideo Kojima game, Death Stranding. It did look kind of strange to me when I first saw it at E3. It was odd, I have to say, but I didn't know too much about it, but apparently there was like a teaser trailer, or maybe more pictures of it, I'm not sure, but apparently it was like really odd. So yeah, I'm not really sure what to make of this. Okay, let's see if I can... Alright, let's take down the last Omega Metroid. Okay, finally, that's all 3 of them. Good news is we don't have to fight any more of them. Hooray. Alright, I'm gonna quickly save, and then afterwards we can go over to one of the last areas of the game. Okay. Even though I don't really watch the Game Awards myself or any of those kind of things, I mean, the only ones that I do dedicate watching were the game trailers ones, but they always used to do like the best games and the worst games of the year and stuff like that. I always used to love watching those every year, and even Screw Attack, when they used to do like, you know, the most disappointing game, or the, you know, which, you know, they even like nominated like which is the one that gets like the golden turd or something. So yeah, those were a lot of fun. But yeah, ever since you know, game trailers stopped, they were disbanded and then eventually they were formed into Easy Allies. I'd like to see their take on it. Just yesterday they posted their bets on what's going to be presented in the PlayStation experience, and I'm really looking forward to that because even though Kyle wasn't around for the game for the bets, because I believe he was helping host the Game Awards, but yeah, it was Michael Huber and Bradley Ellis were the ones who did the bets, and this should be really interesting on who's going to win because apparently if Michael Huber loses, he has to wear a San Francisco Giants hat and t-shirt for 2 weeks. And, you know, he's not even a huge fan of that, so that should be really interesting. He was the one who won the E3 bets, so, yeah, we'll just see what happens. What is my Steam account name? Also, you should check out my Let's Play series called Sammy Plays. Right now, I'll be playing Grunty's Revenge, and I am also partnered with Freeform YouTube partnership. Oh, good job. I just started a Steam account not too long ago. It must have been like a few months ago. It's still relatively new, so I don't play there very often. You know, like for group multiplayer or anything like that. So I'll save that in the meantime. What about AGDQ, Awesome Games Done Quick, or the SGDQ, Summer Games Done Quick speedruns? Oh, I love looking at those. I've been watching them every year for the past... When did I first get introduced to them? I believe it was either 2013, 2014. They were speedrunning Super Metroid, and there was a bet initiative about, you know, what should you do? Kill the animals or save the animals? And I'm like, that is a great way for speedrunners to mix things up when it comes to playing Super Metroid. Because, you know, Super Metroid speedrunners, they always either complete the game as fast as they can, or they have to have everything 100%. It depends. But having that little initiative of that is an awesome idea. I've watched various games. I like watching the indie games. I like watching, you know, the classic games. There's so many of them. Yeah, I really love watching both Awesome Games Done Quick and Summer Games Done Quick. So yeah, I like watching both of those. I don't have a particular favorite speedrunner or anything like that. I just really like watching the games that they play. It's always a lot of fun. I really like it when, you know, they play a video game blindfolded. Like, there was a couple of speedrunners who were playing the Punch-Out games blindfolded, which was, that was a lot of fun watching. Especially the guy who was playing through the original Punch-Out, and he was able to time it just right. He even said, oh, it's at this time, and he was absolutely right almost every single time. First of all, I want to take a minute to just take a look at the background right there. That is something to behold. That is really pretty. Oh wait, I already went through there. But yeah, so yeah, as for Steam or anything like that, I do have a Steam account name. It's OSL Patricia. OSL standing for Old School Lane. I haven't really used it very often. Maybe try the occasional demo or see if I can purchase a game whenever it's on sale. But other than that, yeah, I don't really use it that often. But if you guys want me to continue live streaming games, I may consider doing it in the future. You know, maybe playing some online multiplayer games, and who knows, maybe even play a few games with you guys, if you guys want me to. Alright, we have reached the last level of the game. So we're going to save right here. We're going to be taking down the last few Metroids, and then we're going to be taking down the Metroid Queen. So yeah, we have the Chozo statue. Let me see if I can actually message somebody really quick. Because I know that they I know one particular person who wanted to see me go fight the last person, but I don't know if he is available at this time. So let me just do that real quickly. Okay, there we go. Booting up. Okay. Oh, there we go. Okay. Here we go. Reaching the final level. Okay, there we go. So, sorry about that, everyone. Just needed to do a quick little message. So, let us continue. Oh, and right over there is one of the biggest plot points in the entire franchise, the Metroid egg. So yeah, this is basically the egg that'll eventually be born that we see in Super Metroid, and it will eventually have the vaccine that Samus will use in Metroid Fusion when she gets infected with the X parasite. Metroids! It's really nice to see these classic Metroids again after fighting off Alpha, Beta, Zeta, and Omega Metroids throughout this entire game. Definitely more familiarity. I'm saving my super missiles because I know I'm going to be fighting off the Metroid Queen later on. Oh, get off of me. There we go. There we go. What about the baby Metroid that Samus kept? That is that same Metroid. That is the one that Samus found in SR-388, and she kept, and she eventually gave it over to the Ceres space station, and then that's when the events of Super Metroid happened. So that egg that you saw is that very same Metroid. Get off of me! Get off of me! Oh, I'm in a nice situation, aren't I? Get off of me! There we go. Oh yeah, that's not gonna be a damper when I fight the the Queen Metroid. No, it's gonna be perfectly fine. Take that. He deserved it. Of course. Stop it! Seriously! I am seriously gonna die if I keep this up. Of course you're gonna do that. Of course you are. Alright. I only have 3 more to go. You know what? Screw it. Alright, where's the other one? There it is. Oh, come on! Come on. Off of me! There we go. here we go. Let's just hope I don't die getting there. Most likely I will. Okay, here we go. Last boss in the game. The Queen Metroid. The only Metroid naturally capable of producing offspring, the Queen is the heart of the species and mother of every Metroid born on SR-388. Her role in the hive has hindered her mobility, yet encouraged development of the long neck and massive head to strike at a distance. Yeah. So, yeah, that's basically it. Oh, I heard there's going to be a fan-made successor to Metroid Prime called The Void. It's on Game Jolt. Never heard of it. Should be really interesting. Yeah, that's a good thing about the Queen Metroid, is that you can actually shoot these things right here, and you can be able to gain some health, and you can be able to gain some missiles back. So that's a good thing about it, as opposed to like the Omega Metroid, in which there is no such thing as that. Okay, that's the first phase. Time to go. Okay, that's phase 2. Patricia, how did you start a podcast? Nick's Missile, etc. I started podcast back in 2012. That was back when we did the first episode of the Nickelodeon... Casual Chats, yeah. Casual Chats was started off in 2012, and it was my friend Kevin and I. We were talking about Nickelodeon for about 2 hours. And, you know, we posted podcasts, like, as in addition to just posting constant blog articles about Nickelodeon stuff, because we were doing the Nickelodeon tribute at the time. And then in 2013, that was when I was in the Nickelodeon Slamcast podcast, because that was when I interviewed the admins in the Reopen Nickelodeon Studios page, and they invited me over, and I helped do their podcast, and I've been doing so ever since. yeah, I've been doing, I did the 4-year anniversary casual chats about, just a few weeks ago. That was the live stream Q&A, where we also had that long-haired creepy guy join us. And yeah, that was a lot of fun. Last phase. Oh, Nick's Missile you were talking about. Nick's Missile was basically... Oh, hold on. Alright, that's it. We are done. That was the last Metroid of the game. Or was it? But no, seriously, that was the last boss in the game, so now let's head over back to the ship. And we'll be able to do our set piece, which will eventually lead over to Super Metroid. So anyway, as for Nick's Missile, sorry to cut you off there, Sammy. Nick's Missile basically was started when my friends and colleagues from the comic book cast... Oh. And there it is. That is the baby Metroid right there. The Metroid that pretty much... would lead up to Super Metroid and Metroid Fusion, who would be very pivotal throughout the rest of the series. Anyway, so Nick's Missile was basically based off of an idea off of my colleagues from the comic book cast, where they were doing a series of discussions called Crisis Week, where they were discussing about rejected or canceled superhero movies that never came out. And I thought, you know, I knew a lot about various Nickelodeon projects that never happened. Like, you know, the classic, like, Constant Pain and the Modifiers. So I thought that would be a really cool thing to kind of do something special for the podcast. But, yeah, I never thought that it would turn out to be as big as it was, because ever since we did the first Nick's Missile, a lot of people wanted to see more of it. So... I just thought it was just going to be like some sort of one-off thing around summertime, just for fun, just for additional content, and ever since then, people have been wanting to see more of it. I guess they are just really interested in seeing stuff that never happened. So we did the first one, which was about the more typical rejected pilots and spin-off series. The second one, which was about shows that eventually moved over to other networks that didn't air on Nickelodeon. The third one, which we did recently, is about the Nickelodeon movies. And now the fourth one is going to be about all of the pilots that were shown in Oh Yeah cartoons that never happened. So yeah, I never thought it would turn out to be the way it was. It's really, really awesome. And I haven't seen the guys at Comic Book Cast post any updates about whether they were going to do another Crisis Week, but we'll just see. Alright, that's it. And we're off, and that is the end of the game. So yeah, thank you so much for joining me on this 3-day playthrough of Another Metroid 2 Remake. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. I hope that you guys had a lot of fun watching, as much as I had with playing it. So if you guys have any other questions and comments right before we conclude this live stream, maybe I'll even start another little quick one. I'll have to see. But yeah, that's pretty much it. It's cool. By the way, what does pivotal mean when you say Baby Metroid? Pivotal means important. That Baby Metroid was going to be like really important throughout the story, like the baby Metroid would eventually carry over to Super Metroid, in which when Samus gives the baby Metroid over to the Ceres space station so they can do more research on it, and eventually Ridley kidnaps it and brings it back to planet Zebes, and they decide to clone it so they can be able to make more Metroids, and then the baby Metroid grows into the Super Metroid that is said in the game. And eventually, you know, the Super Metroid sacrifices its life so it can be able to save Samus when Mother Brain attacks it. And Metroid Other M, which is basically like, it was like the main focal point in which it was talking about how Samus was guilty about the baby or whatever. And it's a lot of baby symbolism, which, by the way, that game sucks. And I don't really want to talk more about it, but... And then you have Metroid Fusion, in which, when Samus goes back to SR-388 to do a little bit more exploration with the Galactic Federation soldiers, she gets infected with the X-Parasite, and she gets cured because of the vaccine that they were able to get from that same baby Metroid. And in memory of Satoru Iwata, rest in peace. So yeah, that is it for the game. We weren't able to collect everything, and we weren't able to complete it at a fast time, but that's okay. As long as we had fun with it, that's all that matters. So we're probably gonna get the worst ending, but that's alright, it doesn't really matter. And there goes Samus walking away with the baby Metroid, and we'll see you next mission, which in that game's case will be Super Metroid. Alright, so that is it. I'll probably be doing some more live streams in the future. Maybe not anytime soon, but...
The last Metroid is in captivity. The galaxy is at peace.
And that is actually the first thing that you hear when you pop in Super Metroid. And it says in the bottom, to be continued, which is a really nice touch. So... yeah, that's it. So, hope that you guys enjoyed this stream. Thank you so much for stopping on by, and I want to give a special thanks to Milton, aka Dr. M64, who created this awesome game. So, if you want, I can probably continue to do some more streaming. It's pretty early, so if you want, I can just take a quick little break, and then I can come back and play some more games. So if you want, why don't you meet me back here in the next 30 minutes, maybe around 8 o'clock, which is Eastern Standard Time, or if you're in the West Coast, it's 5 o'clock. So yeah, I'm gonna take a quick little break, I'm gonna get something to eat, and I'll probably be playing some more video games. So yeah, thank you so much for watching Another Metroid 2 Remake. And if you are going to be leaving right now and not joining in the next live stream in a few minutes, then thank you so much for watching throughout this entire thing. I really, really do appreciate this. So yeah, that's it. So hope to see you either in a few minutes or in the next one. So take care, everyone.